Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another Unstoppable with the lovely and awesome Victoria Cure and Michael. That would be me.
That would be you.
Yes.
Hi, babe.
Howdy.
Hi. How's
We
it
just
going?
got done with dinner. Dinner was awesome.
Yes, my husband cooked.
I'm a good housewife.
You are.
Speaking of housewives, as the
Yes.
man, I got bedazzled last night, y'all.
That's an understatement.
And let me explain.
Is that stucco in here?
That is Nico.
My boy.
I went to sleep and I put on my CPAP machine mask
That's
and
a good
thought
man.
life was just hunky dory until I woke up at whatever time I woke up this morning
When I was still awake.
and learnt,
Learnt.
yes,
Learnt.
learnt after taking off the mask that there was something odd about my fingers
That you had 10 and I had 5?
as I trudged my way to the bathroom. I learnt that I had been bedazzled with
Gay
pride
pride.
fingernail tip. What were they called?
Artificial fingernails. Fake fingernails.
Yes.
Yeah. Faith went all out.
So Faith has pranked me once again and put
Yes.
fake fingernails on me while I slept.
Which was
And they
recorded.
recorded it, y'all.
Video and photographs are available on our social media platform.
So she got me. I I watched the video and just heard Faith cracking up laughing,
It's so cute.
trying to hold it in. And there I am in the background just sawing logs.
And what about the glittering of shine like a
A
diamond?
few days before, I go to take a shower.
What?
Shower.
Okay. Are you solemnizing it?
That's where you put water on your body.
Okay. Body doesn't have a T in it.
And water does.
Yes.
Wadder.
No.
Water.
What?
Water.
That's
Water.
waddling.
No, that's waddle.
Oh, good God. Anyway, carry on, Glimmer
You
Boy.
gotta speak proper redneck.
People are starting to say I sound like you.
You do. You are redneck.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Except for your yank.
I guess I need more redneck in me.
So, come to find out, she put
Did you even catch what I just said?
green glitter all in my body wash.
I need more redneck in me.
I heard that.
But it's not like you not to respond to
We're
that.
keeping this PG though.
You never keep it PG.
Okay. Well, needless to say, the joke was on Faith because I grabbed the wrong, which in my case was the right, body wash bottle and failed to get the loaded glitter body wash bottle.
It wasn't just loaded. She took a half of a brand new 1980s neon glow in the dark green and put like half a bottle of that bad boy in his body wash, which happens to be in a black bottle. And she shook that up and she couldn't contain herself waiting. I kept getting texts. Has he taken a shower? Is dad taking a shower? Has dad taken a shower? Oh, what's dad doing? Come on, he needs to take a shower.
So thank you for all you listeners out there who have given her ideas.
A what?
An idea.
Lord help me.
Idear. Idea.
Idea.
Yes. Thank you for giving her ideas, and you can cease and desist now.
Oh no, you need to keep going.
No.
Yes.
No, she said at the dinner table she wants to wax my eyebrows.
That's hilarious. You have caterpillars.
Well, I like my caterpillar.
They just need to be. No, you don't have a unibrow. You just need to, you know. Don't say it. So let's talk. Okay.
Are we going to talk politics?
Oh, kind of, sort of. So, okay.
There
No, I mean, let's be realistic. So many people hate Trump. Okay. Let's talk person.
Can we
and
talk quick?
People. Let's not talk politics. Factual information. Okay. So many people hate Trump. Most of those people also happen to be TikTok creators, right? Most people also think I'm a very serious advocate. Yes and no. No one on this planet, everybody has faults. Nobody is perfect. Do I prefer Trump over Biden? Hell yes. Do I prefer Trump over Kamala, whatever you want to call her today? Hell yes. Has done some shit I don't like. He hired Herschel Walker, who is a convicted felon, before you say it, hold on, to be some whatever, whatever, whatever. Herschel Walker, I don't even want to say his name, was found guilty for this. Okay? I know what everybody's thinking, and I get a lot of little mail messages about this. That's fine. We all have opinions. That's what
Little
makes.
mail. Little mail.
What are you talking about?
Yesterday you said you had went through 10,000.
You see my emails. How many do I have in there between the accounts? You see them.
Like you get like 30,000 a day.
But in all fairness, I go through them. So when people message me, they get me. Like I actually read them. I don't just like, go through and delete. I actually read. So anyway, before I was interrupted by the idea or whatever. Yes, I know a lot of you are going, but Trump is a convicted felon. Okay, so minor technicality on the fact that it was a technique, if you want to call it that, that was put out by the Biden administration because Biden's team felt threatened by the powerhouse that be. Fine. Now, whatever you could say it is, but the courts did find him guilty. Okay, but you know what? Let's look back at our presidents, which we're not going to do in specific anything right now. I'm not going to go through the specifics, but you can't tell me that Biden hadn't done some shady crap. You can't tell me Clinton hadn't done some shady crap, right? So the only difference is that they weren't taken to court right around the time of an election. Go figure. So we have had some criminal activity in the White House. It's not just Trump, but Trump was so threatening to Biden that he had to go that low. Okay. But like I said, there's things about him I don't like. There's things about him I do. He's going to bring America because here he is today. Well, tomorrow this will be when this comes out. So yesterday he was at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Alongside was his stunning, gorgeous wife, the vice president, and his wife. Right? They're out there paying respects in 10-degree weather. He already has over 100 different orders ready to go when he jumps into office. Okay. This man is 78, 77, whatever years old, and he's outside in 10-degree weather paying his respects. When he gets done, he's going over to the Section 60, which a lot of people don't even realize. It is where a lot of the people from Iraq and Afghanistan were put to rest. He's hired a lot of people who are veterans of 9/11 to help get this stuff back in order. You know, you look at a lot of videos and you watch when Trump's approaching Air Force One, and if a Marine who it has been caught on video has dropped his hat or his cover, right? That's what they call it. He always helps pick it up. He thanks everybody. He shakes their hand. He's very personable with them, right? Look at Camilla try to salute. I've seen Daffy Duck salute better. Just saying. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. But the Trump effect is that those haters that hate Trump sure don't mind getting back on TikTok, where we've known people who all their eggs are in one basket on TikTok, and they had their TikTok shop, and they had this, and they had that. And guess what? TikTok was shut down. By who? Who was the executive order for that shutdown? Biden shut it down, and Trump got it. Just saying. I mean, but the haters hate him, but they have no problem going back to work on there today and making some cash, or cashing his new stimulus check, or enjoying the difference at the pump when the gas prices will lower, or the savings at the grocery store, because people now are spending more on groceries than they are on a car payment. So that's not really talking politics. That's just talking factual information. Then you have people like on The View, which we're not even going to start, says, oh, we can't say his name. It's that man. Well, that man gave you a job a long time ago, and you had no problem taking his money. And what happened to in 2020 or 2016 when you said, if he gets in office, Joy and I are jumping ship out of this country? He offered you his private jet, his private plane, and yet y'all are still here, right? Pay the man some respect. Sunny Halston, here she is talking, and now her husband is under federal questioning. I'm going to be very careful here for medical malpractice. And I'm just saying, you have all these people who have left the country because Trump took office, right? Seriously? I mean, come on. Put your big boy pants on. Get your little thongs out the crack about it because the person who could save us is now coming back. Because if it got down to war, God forbid, who would you want at that button? Would you want Biden, who couldn't even remember his name? Or, hey, I'm never going to pardon my son, and here he is, pardoned. Or do you want, let's be real, okay? I mean, that's just what I'm saying. And my husband is looking at me, and what? Why?
You know I love you.
Well, I know, but if you have to say jump in, I'll be quiet a minute.
Look at you. Look how you can correlate. He is a survivor.
Yes.
Right?
What other former president in the history of the United States has ever had an assassination attempt while not be a current standing president?
Well, look at everything they did to him. Impeachment, charges. The man was processed in Fulton County Jail.
Do you know? Oh, I don't think you know this. Oh,
And then the assassination, and he's still going strong.
and you know what? And he's not a spring chicken, okay? But I have to tell you, they paint the portrait of the president in the White House, right?
Okay.
He sat for his presidency portrait and did the same face he did for his Fulton County mugshot.
Get out.
Not a big, you're fired kind of moment. I mean, that's kind of awesome.
I want to see his mugshot.
His mugshot or the presidential picture?
Mugshot.
Okay, I'll find it.
We can pull it up.
I will. So, you were saying, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
But I'm just correlating that to a domestic violence survivor. No matter what the world throws at you, you can still get out of it. There's ways out.
Most people would have just given up at that point,
right?
right? And he hasn't, right? And the thing is, we're supposed to be the most powerful country in the world. Okay? Not. And here's the thing. We all know where I stand when it comes to first ladies. That's not an issue. Who is your number one pick for best first lady we've ever had in office or had in the White House?
Oh gosh. That we've had in there or just period? Yeah.
Who's your favorite first lady? They've all been in the White House.
Yeah, just some
Like who?
No, I don't. I don't do the politics. I don't follow it.
Okay, so who do you think has been the classiest first lady we've ever had?
Classiest?
Mm-hmm.
I don't rightly remember.
Okay, hands down.
Let's just say Nancy.
I would say Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Okay.
Coming in a very tight second and third tie would be Nancy Reagan and Melania Trump.
She's like a sweet grandma.
She
What I remember.
was no, Barbara Bush was amazing. I had the privilege of meeting her, and she sent me the sweetest happy birthday signed autograph, 8x10. She had this like grandma made cookie thing about her. She knew her and her husband, who I did not get to meet, but they knew every single one of their Secret Service agents. They knew everybody by first name. They had them over for dinner all the time. She always offered them cookies and bring them cookies. She just had that persona about her. And I mean, I spent 2 minutes with her. That was it, and she was just amazing. You look at Air Force One and you see the first lady coming off the plane, right? These women were exquisite every time. Back in that time, they never wore pants. Okay, they were always dressed in dresses and things of that nature. Okay, Melania does wear pants, but she is always put to class. Like she is, very classy, very well put together. She just is put together very beautifully, right? But I'm sorry, I don't believe if you are the first lady, like you should shut down an entire city in France so that you can walk around and go shopping, which happens. I know that there's security protocol and that has to happen. Okay. I get that. I understand that. But when you're going to come off of Air Force One and you're wearing shorts and then sneakers and, you look like you woke up, I don't think that's very professional. I don't think that represents the American public or in a very good way. And I'm just saying that I don't think Michelle Obama, which a lot of people disagree with me, and I understand, but I don't think, in fairness, I don't think she was the classiest. It's not really politics. We're talking about people.
So let's talk about people. Let's talk about
I don't want to talk
the
about
current
me.
books that you've written.
I don't want to talk about me. What?
Talk about
Crickets?
faith.
We can always talk about faith. Go ahead.
Something other than politics.
What do we got going on a Contagious Smile? We have all sorts of stuff going on.
You got a ton.
Oh, I can't even take a
You
break.
got-
You know what? While you're talking, I'm taking a break. I'm gonna enjoy, even though I'm on a diet, have a piece of candy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We're on air.
Okay. When am I not working? So I'm gonna have a piece of candy while you talk.
She's eating a Twix in front of me. Did y'all hear her offer any to her husband?
You want one?
Yes. That was it. You ate half of it.
You're little.
Not on thank you.
You're an asshole. I'm on a diet and I'm having a little treat snack. And that's not even a full size bar. It's like the mini
There's
one.
4 of them in there.
But they're not the full. If you went and got the regular bar that has 2, one of these equals 2 of these equal one of the other one.
Okay.
They do. This is 110 calories for 1 bar. I know all this because we have a child that I have to watch every calorie that goes in and out. But the other ones are like 220. So if you do 220 divided by 2, it's 110, which is what this is. Now, go ahead.
So y'all please go on our website, thecontagiousmile.com. See all the services my wife has to offer while I'm out working. And she's in here on the computer for 22 hours a day now. Now that she's getting swamped and busy. She has some great courses set up for you for your social media and to exponentially grow your numbers. If you haven't reached, plus million views, then reach out to her and jump on the classes.
And what about my marketing I'm doing?
Your marketing you're doing, you're starting to get busy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
She messaged me not too long ago.
She messaged you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Something about a recent picture of her husband. Handsome fella.
Okay.
We'll get with Brandy later on. Dave Campbell.
Uh-oh.
That y'all talk about a Yankee. He's a Yankee because he's up yonder in Canada. But Dave is an awesome guy. If y'all go check out one of his 8 shows. I don't know how he does it.
And he works full time.
He's a little bit older than me. Okay? I know I'm probably gonna get flack about that.
Congratulations. Sorry, Dave is now a grandpa again. They just had another grandchild like 3 days ago.
Congrats, kudos. So I don't know all of his shows names,
You've been on.
show names, but type in Dave Campbell.
How to podcast, live in the next chapter.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know how he does 8 shows. We do 3.
Wait.
No, I said we.
Wait. Sorry for the crunching. Who?
Okay, fine. I do 1 show.
Mm-hmm.
You do the rest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Guys, you know what it's like to live with a woman who you gotta say, you're right, dear.
Keep going. Would you like to compare living with me versus the other?
No.
Why?
You really want me to compare you to another woman?
That's not a woman.
No.
The second one wasn't a woman. Wouldn't Trump have kicked her out of the country?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She wouldn't have been allowed to stay.
I haven't even read what Trump's going to do. Is he going to start back on the wall and then
Minute 1.
massive deportation?
Minute 1.
Yeah.
And he's taking away that birth citizenship thing that if you are too illegal, if you're an illegal as a mom and your baby is born here, like I haven't seen the particulars of it, but he's also making it very clear that you cannot be a transgender going into being a girl and try to play girl sports. He's going to make sure that is like a no. And he's making it where only 2 genders are identifiable by law or something like that. Like the parameters of the
Mhm.
specifics are not out yet. It's gonna be male and female only.
So whatever your birth certificate says.
Yeah, but like last time I had surgery, it says what sex do you identify as? And do you need like specific bathroom arrangements?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Um,
Yeah, I take a kitty litter box.
do you want us to identify you as a, and I walked up there. I'm like, I've had over 100 surgeries. Is this a prank? Is somebody pranking me? I mean, you want me to say that I identify as whatever and you're going to talk to me or treat me like this
Hmm.
while I'm here? I'm having surgery. Like, and it's not sex assignment surgery. It's not plastic surgery. It's not, cosmetic or by choice. This is surgery. And she's like, we ask everybody that now. Do you have a pecker or do you have a cat? And I don't mean that you go in the litter box for. What is it? Do you pee standing up or sitting down? It's even better. Let's do it that way. Up, down. How do you go?
You get more redneck as we go along.
You said something the other
Pecker.
day about that you wish you had seen me in my debating state. Why?
Oh, just in court because I remember what you look like in a
Three-piece suit?
three-piece suit, so to speak,
Mm.
and you're just badass on the floor. I just know you are.
Oh,
You
my
have such a
snookums.
huge heart, and you're so fierce. Not to mention you're ungodly smart. You remember everything. So there was no way if I was whatever you would be the opposite of. There was no way I'd be up against you, whether you were the prosecutor or defense. No, I would even cringe if I was the judge on the bench. Like,
But I was never
yeah,
a lawyer. I was never a lawyer. Still, no. I mean, I couldn't because I can't represent somebody I know's done something. And I couldn't prosecute somebody, and if they didn't get found guilty, it had gone well. Like that was my hold up. It's like this wouldn't.
that's why you didn't take the bar.
No, I didn't go through all that crap. I mean, I graduated half my class as paralegal, but I'm not gonna. No, I couldn't do it because if I was sitting across from somebody that was a serial killer or hurt children, and they got found not guilty or they got some stupid sentence like the guy who
Oh yeah. Oh,
raped his his best friend's little sister from the age of 4 to 11, and he testified I raped her at least 100 times, and he got 7 freaking years. That's it? Are you serious? No. Nope. 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 No. That wouldn't work. I couldn't do it. I'd be like 7 years for each count. So that would be 700 served consecutively with no chance of parole. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of our judicial system. I don't think that, I think it's supposed to be guilty till proven innocent or that was actually a faux pas. Um, it's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. But here's the thing. When you're a victim and you're on the stand, it's the defense's
that's right.
responsibility to prove innocent, right? If they are supposedly quote unquote innocent. To reattack, and it is reattacking,
Hmm.
the person on that stand is just immoral in every single possible way. Like you're told, be very careful when you're talking or cross-examining somebody who has, gone through something so traumatic. But these suits have no problem just going straight for, you know, anything that's in your background is going to come up and be against you. It doesn't matter. Oh, you were standing at a red light at 8 o'clock at night. Are you a streetwalker? It doesn't have anything to do with that you're going to park your car or you're going to your car, whatever the case is. I mean, they reattack you on the stand. And that's not fair. And then these jack-offs, literally, no pun intended, they get away with every they do, and it's not okay. And then they serve time and they think, oh, they've done their time. Okay, let's talk about this. They've done their time, they're rehabilitated. Bullshit. Because here's the thing. First of all, when you're sexually assaulted, which I can testify to, part of you is murdered. Part of you is taken away and it never a part of you is just ripped from yourself and you will never get it. And where these ass people or monsters say, okay, well, I did my time. Okay. You know what? We're not a book. You don't get to put us on a bookshelf and say we're rehabilitated. You know what? You served your time. You should have it behind you. Bullshit. Because we have to learn how to relive life. We have to learn how to have a healthy relationship and have to rebuild trust, self confidence, self worth, self esteem, body dysphoria. All of these things we have to do. And it doesn't come to fruition the day you're out on parole. It doesn't stop and bring us back to a sense of normalcy, if there is one, when your sentence is finished, because that's not how it works. It's not how it works. So the person who endured this traumatic event was a life sentence. So we don't ask for these things, right? We didn't say, hey, I haven't been hit on the right side of my face in a week. Why don't you go there this time? We don't do that. So why is it they serve 7 years or 8 years, whatever the punishment is, and then they get away with it, and then it's over and they're done. And then while they're incarcerated, they get health care, education, a roof over their head, 3 squares a day, medical. And then we're trying just to feel safe to even walk outside and go put trash out at the street because we're petrified to do so, because part of ourself was killed that night. We had part of ourself just taken from us, and our integrity and everything about us in the positive sense is gone. And we have to rebuild it all. That's not okay with me. And then we spend millions and millions of dollars as taxpayers to give appeal processes. And then they say, this is the one that really gets me. And people say I'm inhumane because of it. But here's the thing, you say that now, okay? And I'm saying this in general, but God forbid, 1 in 4 women are domestically abused. And those are the statistics that are reported. In law enforcement and military, it's 1 in 3. That's what's reported. But the military covers it up. So does law enforcement. It's the good old boy syndrome, right? I know this firsthand. So let's say if it's 1 in 3 reported, it's at least 1 in 2. Okay. Now, with that number being out there, let's just look at the fact that if you have hardcore proof, without a shadow of a doubt, I had audio confession, I had photographs, I had doctor's letters, I had medical records, I had affidavits, I had witnesses, I had all of it. And he walks state free. Okay. On a technicality. Now, let's say somebody gets found guilty of murder and they end up going to jail or to prison. And you go through the whole appeal process, and it's costing us millions every time they go through an appeal process. Now, millions to go ahead and house them and educate them and feed them and, give them medical care and all this bullshit, right? Now, a lot of people are going, wow, she's hardcore and she's, not who we thought. Well, you know what? I promise you that if, God forbid, you or your family or someone you love is assaulted or abused in any way, think Michael, I'll let him say what he thinks about this. I am that pit bull I am the one that you want standing with you in court, testifying and helping you get your affairs in order for your TPO and termination of rights and everything else, because I will fight like no tomorrow for the protection and safety of you and your kids. Well, God forbid anybody has to go through that. Right now, people who have never been through that think I'm too hardcore and I am just, ridiculous about the fact that I am very hard stance on the fact that lethal injection should no longer be applicable in the United States. Because people say, oh, she's being inhumane. It's inhumane to give someone a lethal injection. Okay. Here's a trigger warning. Let's just be as real as we can be. Okay. And this is a trigger warning. So if you have kids in the car or whatever, turn it off, change it, pause it, come back to it later. God forbid it's you, your mom, your sister, your daughter, your little girl, pride and joy that you're looking at in the back seat of a car with headphones on her ears. Okay. And she is brutally and viciously attacked. She gets pregnant. She gets beaten to death. She gets all sorts of whatever horrific thing you can't fathom. Right? This son of a bitch goes to court. He appeals, he appeals, he appeals. And then they say, by some tiny, itty bitty little crumb chance, he gets, right? Lethal injection. Smallest chance ever. So let's talk about his last 24 hours of so-called life. He gets congregational visits. He gets to have friends and family and phone calls and TV and all that shit, while your little beautiful daughter is no longer on this earth. She's on the mantle. She's in the ground somewhere that you have to go and bring flowers to visit. right? And you live the rest of your life without that beautiful soul with you day to day. Yet here we have a person who's still breathing in oxygen, a person who is still doing all of these life things, going to the doctor, doing this, doing that, whatever the case may be. So you have all this, right? So I'm going to let Michael give his whole opinion of this in just a second. So that little girl, or your best friend, or your sister, or your mother, who used to bring such joy and happiness to not just you, but to so many others, is now gone. One day she's here, the next day she's not. Son of a bitch that did this unforgivable crime, who you may not have ever had this stance until this happens, gets the death penalty. So 24 hours prior, he gets to pick his favorite meal. And they bring him whatever he wants. He wants a steak, prime rib, whatever. The point is he gets this. Then they walk him down with the clergyman of his choice, and they strap him in. Ask him if he has any last words. And then they go and put the IV in, drift him off to sleep. After he goes to sleep, then they give him another one, and it does all the things of making his body stop functioning correctly, whatever. And then he drifts. I mean, he's gone. Right? Let me ask you this: y'all think I'm so hardcore, and I don't think that this is legitimate and it's inhumane or whatever. He felt nothing. He felt nothing more than the IV insertion. That's all he felt. He felt the IV going in. And no longer will you ever be able to have your daughter right there. You won't get to walk her down the aisle. You won't get to see your grandkid. You don't get to take her to her high school and college graduation. You don't get to sit there every night and sit across from the table and hold her in your lap and watch cartoons or whatever this is. All of this doesn't just affect this beautiful child who's been taken from you. It affects you and your family and your friends, everybody else. It's not just this one. So it's inhumane just to gently put them to sleep, but it's okay for them to literally take the life and torture, kill, maim, assault, whatever you want to say, our women, our children, and people think that's inhumane. When the day comes, God forbid, it happens to you or someone you love, you will no longer hold that stance. I promise you. I promise you. So you may think I'm this first right bitch right now, and that's okay because I'll tell you I am that first right bitch. But I'm also that first right bitch that if God forbid this happens to you, and my husband will tell you what he says. If I say this, he'll tell you where he stands on this. I will be the one holding your hand from the moment we walk into court for the very first time and asking for a TPO, all the way to if we have to terminate rights, all the way to any and everything in between. I promise your stance on outlook on death penalty will change dramatically if you had to endure something like this. Now I'm gonna let my husband give you his full opinion, and if he doesn't agree with me, he'll tell you. And that's what's great about him and I, is that we listen and respect each other's opinion.
So you said you're a bitch. Does that mean I can call you a bitch?
Absolutely. I actually take it as a
Okay.
compliment.
Okay. Just want to get that out there.
Mhm.
You said a lot.
Yeah.
You're very emotional. You have so much strength and heart into this. You do take it personally. As you said, you are a survivor. Um, yeah, I agree that it, we should long have adopted the punishment should fit the crime. You know, is it okay to go out and sodomize, molest, rape, kill
An innocent human
an
being.
innocent child, a baby, right? Because if you do that, here are the consequences. You get 7 to 10 years in prison. You get
It's like a slap on the
life
wrist.
without parole. So you're telling me it's okay. I can do this. You can do this.
And you'll be out before my kid even became a teenager.
But just know if you do this and get caught, this is the punishment, right? You'll get a roof over your head, 3 meals a day. You have to deal with a correction officer as your new mommy, daddy, and you'll get some lovely cellmates. Okay, there's no choice for that child.
Child doesn't have a voice anymore.
Right. So, I wish we, still had, to me, public execution, the guillotine, rip the man junk out, castration.
There's chemical castration
Uh,
now, and people are fighting that it's inhumane because it takes away their right for them to have their own children.
yeah,
And I'm sorry, the minute
yeah.
that you become a child predator, you should not have the right to have children.
Your twigs and berries should be gone.
And this is a man saying that.
Medical hose should be inserted.
Give him a catheter or, whatever it is to,
Bag and
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, people are up in arms that it's
Right.
inhumane to chemically castrate.
No. Okay, these people are obviously thinking, okay, this is somebody else's kid. It'll never happen to mine.
Bullshit. That's all I gotta say because no one ever in a million years would have thought I would have been that
How many
woman.
times you saw on TikTok or Instagram these dads coming forward and said, "Hey, if you identify as a girl and you go in the bathroom with my precious daughter, buddy, you better be right with Jesus."
You're about to meet him. I like the one who said, I'm going to identify as a tooth fairy.
Right. Oh yeah.
And you know what? People say I don't agree with it, but the minute it happens to them, they will. And here's the thing. And as law enforcement, I know my husband can tell you that this is so true. These monsters are now using this as an open door. Oh, I identify as a trans woman, so I can go in the women's bathroom. So they go into school when they're supposedly visiting, maybe touring to see if it's a school they want their kids to attend. They might not even have kids. They're walking in there and they're going in there and there's a little girl in there. And that's okay. We're letting these monsters go in there to the bathroom with our girls, with our little girls.
Yeah, I just showed my wife one video of a man being sentenced, and he was administrator over a daycare where he raped
It was
a
a
4 and a 6-year-old.
yes.
And
He was a white guy, like 50 something years old, who looked like Ward Cleaver. You would have never guessed it.
The judge just hammered him, and she was so emotional.
She's a bitch. I loved it. I was so proud of this woman, this judge. This judge was amazing.
And that's, granted, he only got what, 22 years?
Yes. She said she gave him the absolute maximum allowed. She said I give the absolute maximum I'm allowed to give because I would give more if I could.
Right.
Yeah, she goes because rape is not free.
And though that 4-year-old may not remember everything, that 6-year-old is going to remember a lot throughout her whole life.
And medically speaking, being that it's openly out there that he did rape this 4-year-old. This 4-year-old, we don't know if it's a girl or boy. They say they're going to have so many physical and emotional problems. Their brain is not fully developed. The emotional issues that's caused with this, physical damage. I mean, if you are a grown man, no matter what, we'll keep this part clean, and you sexually assault a little tiny child, you are going to rip them in half. Right? You're going to do so much physical damage that if it's a little girl, she probably can't have your kid. If it's, there's all sorts of things. You talking about you ruin self-esteem at this age. And then he's standing there like, right? Like, I got other things to do. Come on. I mean, and then people just feel bad for them. Why are you going to feel bad for them?
Show a picture of the child.
Right. They won't care. They actually get turned on by seeing pictures of them.
No, not the predator, but the jury, the audience.
Here's my $1 million question. Right? If they are, quote unquote, the man because they took and hurt an innocent child, why are they so petrified that they have to be put in solitaire in their own area in jail and in prison because they are afraid to be in Gen Pop because they know shit's about to get real. And you know what? Rightfully so. Absolutely rightfully so.
Will protect it and yeah.
And the one thing you don't mess with little kids. You don't do it. You don't do it. And you know what? I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm not sorry. If somebody ever hurt my little girl, I would be bringing and putting money on the books for these boys. I'd be like, I'll bring you. What is that hamburger? What was his name? The hamburger happier. I mean, on Popeye. pay you.
Oh, wimpy.
Yeah, Wimpy. I'll pay you nicely Tuesday for a hamburger today. I'll bring him a hamburger every flippin' day, to say, hey, that thing, because he's not a man, that thing took away the innocence of a child. And you know what? You could say I'm over dramatic. Tell me how that's not accurate. That thing took away the innocence of a child. Because once you've touched a child inappropriately in any way, you have taken away their innocence. Period. And there's nothing, any way, shape, form, or fashion you can do to get it. Why are you staring at me like this?
Because I love you.
Staring at me like.
This is why I married you. Well, part of the reason.
Okay,
You have
why?
such a big heart. Freaking awesome.
What's another reason?
Because you love me back.
I've loved you since the day.
Unlovable.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. The day I met you, I realized what a soulmate was. And I knew right then.
Oh, by the way, y'all get on Amazon and order my daughter's book.
She has 5.
Well, I just want the first one.
Who kicked Dad?
No. It's called.
Oh, I think I just messed up and gave a prank.
Oh, great. Anyway.
So there might be a book coming out. It's a prank book.
It's called Who Kicked Dad?
Maybe.
Great.
I can't lie to save my life. It sucks. Because, my husband will tell you, my face gives it away constantly. You can't. That's why they don't tell me anything.
I can't.
Quiet.
Yeah, you're getting country.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, get on Amazon, look up I Am Kitten, Dad's Girl, and dang proud of it. Okay? Y'all do her some justice and show her some love and get her book. It was the first one she written and published.
Wrote.
Sorry?
She wrote.
Did
The first
I say
book.
Written?
Yes.
You can't say written?
It was the first book she wrote.
She written. Hey, I failed English.
Weren't you hot for teething?
Ah, that was a song.
I know. And what about Who Kicked First? What about that book? That book is nominated.
I asked you.
That book has just been nominated for. I can't do that. You know that.
So while you're on Amazon, look up my wife's book. One of her books. Her first book is Who Kicked First? Memoir.
Memoir.
By Victoria Cure. Who Kicked First? Y'all look it up.
And then the prequel.
Narc Narc, Who's There? Y'all check out those books. One of them's been nominated for.
So I don't know, some award.
I'd like to get it into a movie.
Yeah, but people ask me, I can't tell you at least once a week who I would want to play me if that came into a movie. I get asked that at least once a week.
Play you?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't have a clue. I know without a shadow of a doubt who a lot of the other characters would be, and they would be very hard to negotiate.
It has to be someone who's, just strong and a survivor who's been beat down and can get back up, and you see the strength in their eyes. Well, that's a good one.
I don't know. But he, idiot monster, have to be either someone. Just have to be. Question is, who would you be played by? Who's gonna say, I'm going on set?
Are you serious?
I'm going on set. No, because he's short.
Holy shit.
He's like.
Oh, speaking of 6'1" and height and things, my wife tells me that there's something called, I don't know, feet folio pictures where you get paid to take pictures of your feet.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
I heard too, but this woman, she's making like $500 for her stinky smelling sock that she autographs. There's another one who makes like $200 to take pictures while she gets a pedicure of her feet.
So when I propose, hey babe.
No. Go ahead. Do you want to do this?
Let's take a picture of my foot.
I do not finish the statement. I worked so hard to get my husband to be my husband. And yes, I compared him to any person that tried to go out with me, and I compared them to him. And that's known, and I own my mistakes. I own it. My husband has openly stated about the fact he's had other women. Back then, I'm trying to say this nicely.
Okay.
And I was unaware of any and all of them, including a legally bound one. And the minute I found out about her, I left. But she doesn't think that way, so okay. But that's the truth, right?
Where are you going with this?
I work. I am not giving out anything. People see your feet or get any indication about this fine ass man that I am married to.
No.
I'm not having you getting any
Where's your glasses?
DM. You know what? I'm not getting you, all these women coming back hitting on you. You used to get hit on like hourly back in the day.
I was a cop. I'm in uniform.
No,
Yes.
no. I didn't even see the uniform. Well, you know what? That's going to go in the right direction. But I'm just saying, no, no,
Okay, so no feet pictures?
not for you.
Okay.
But mine, maybe, because I do have tattoos on both my feet.
So I'm going to hoe out your feet.
You often pimp out our kids because she has gorgeous feet. Her feet are so cute.
Oh, her daughter feet?
Yes.
She's got these little piggy toes, y'all.
She doesn't have piggy
Little
toes.
rounded things.
No, her feet honestly still look like baby feet.
They do.
And they're little. She has little feet because
No, we're not pimping her out. Her feet.
She would pimp me out.
Well, it's kind of a partnership.
Really? So was it a partnership when you used to walk up to other men and say, "Hey, you want to feel buns of steel? You can grab my girlfriend's ass for $5."
And none of them did.
No, one of them tried, and you were gonna let him. And
But none of them did.
I can tell you exactly where this was when it happened.
Sure you could.
I can. Do you want me to tell you?
I don't want you to tell me.
Yeah, we were in a corridor behind the movie
Hey,
theaters.
can we not go there? Thank you.
You're what? Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Next subject.
Take us out, babe.
No. Oh, you done? What about your show with Dana? Y'all still going strong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to recap, y'all reach out to Dave Campbell, one of his many podcasts. He is a Canadian, but he is awesome. He was the one that helped us get started with podcasting.
Help what?
Us get started. I'm podcasting right now, so this is a joint effort. So jump on the course that my wife has diligently put on there for podcasting or growing your numbers. Get on the website and look at everything that she's put on there. As she's stated so many times before, we're in the top 2% globally, the most listened to podcasts, with just over 40 million followers. I can't even tell you how many platforms we're on.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, too many. I probably couldn't name 5, and she's probably got us on like 30 or more. Okay. Anyway, y'all get on the website, contagiousmile.com, check out everything, services.
They can actually they can support us and get some of our t-shirts and mugs and thermoses and phone cases by going to Selfie and typing in
C-L-L-Y.
E-L-L-F-Y.
That's what I said. Selfie. All right. And as always, we welcome donations because we do all this by ourselves.
We what?
We
what?
do this
We what?
by ourselves.
And before I forget, let everybody wish you a good luck on the pooper scooper testing this week.
Stop with the 1-900 voice.
I can't.
It's a little too sexy there.
Oh, so my feet can go out on public display, but my voice cannot.
Hell yeah.
So I can't sing either?
No, you can't. If you sing, so help me.
Why?
Hit that stop button.
Why?
Stop recording.
No.
Don't sing.
Hey.
Stop.
No.
Don't tell me no.
No.
I'm the boss.
I can't believe
You're the bitch.
I am the bitch.
You admitted it.
That's so complimentary. Seriously, I wish you the best of luck with the down and dirty of the poop scooting booty.
Will you stop? Don't tell them about that.
He has his colonoscopy this week.
My God.
What a good wife am I? I got him a padded, comfortable toilet seat so he would have a little cushion for the pushing.
And it was just delivered while we were speaking.
But I got you a little cushion for the pushing.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Good night. Have a great.
Come on, squirts.
Whatever this week.
Come on, squirts.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I am. Why can't I sing?
Don't sing.
Why?
But
why?
Thank you for listening to the Unstoppable. He is such a nut, y'all. Good night, y'all.